Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Dear kids, let's start today's class. Let's observe the picture carefully. Look at the height of the members of family. Observe their heights and find the tallest member of the family. Dear kids, it's not very difficult. See, the man standing at the left corner is the tallest. Now, let us find out the shortest member. Again, observe their heights to find the answer. Dear kids, the girl in the yellow dress is the shortest. Students, you can observe the height of all the members of your family and find out the tallest and the shortest member of the family. Now, look at the given picture. I'm sure you all see such queue daily. Dear kids, can you answer where do you see such queue? Yes, in schools where you all daily make a queue height-wise for the assembly. Am I right? Yes. Dear kids, can you tell how children are arranged here? I know you all know how to make a line height-wise. The shortest child stands at first in the line and while tallest at the end. Kids, as we are using the concept daily in our lives, we are familiar to it. Students, we must be able to compare the objects on different bases. Sometimes we may compare the objects on the basis of height and sometimes on the basis of their weight. We compare objects on the basis of their length to find out which one is shorter and which one is longer. Look, I have pencils in my hand. Let's find shortest and longest one. Students, see, this is shorter than this and this. So, this pencil, the blue one, is the shortest, while this pencil is longer than this and this. So, pink pencil is the longest one. I hope the concept of shortest and longest is clear to you all now. Now, I am showing you three different pictures. The first one is the picture of two carrots. Next one is the picture of two ladders and third one is the picture of two ropes. Here, if we observe them, we can easily compare their length and tell which one is shorter and which one is longer. As you can see, the left carrot is shorter as compared to the carrot on the right side. So, the carrot on the right side is longer. Now, see the two ladders on the screen. Can you find the difference in their size? Yes, very good. The ladder on the left side is longer and the ladder on the right side is shorter. Similarly, these two ropes also have different sizes. The rope on the left side is longer and the rope on the right side is shorter. One day, Sita, Geeta and Rita were arguing with each other. Their mother came and asked them, "Why are you three shouting?" They told their mother that they are arguing over the size of their braids. Sita says, "I have longest braid," while Geeta and Rita says they have the longest braid. Their mother laughed and explained to them that Sita has a braid longer than Rita, but Rita also has a braid longer than Geeta. Here, Sita's braid is longest as it is longer than the braids of both Rita and Geeta. So, children, do keep in your mind that if we compare only two objects, then we find longer and shorter. But when we compare more than two objects, we find longest and the shortest one. So, here there are three persons in which Sita has the longest braid and Geeta is having shortest braid. Dear kids, let us now compare the objects to find thicker and thinner. Look, I have a marker and a pencil in my hands. Dear kids, can you see width of the marker is more than this pencil's width? Let me show you. See, this marker has more width than this pencil. So, pencil is thinner than the marker and marker is thicker than the pencil. Now, there are two trees in front of you. Definitely, the trees are not same in size. Kids, can you tell which tree is looking thicker? Yes, very good. Left tree is thicker than tree at the right. We can also say that right tree is thinner than the left one. As we are going to compare width of more than two objects, we can find which one is thickest and which one is thinnest. Dear kids, there are 3 erasers and 3 candles. So, the thickest eraser is the first one and second one is the thinnest. Similarly, first candle is thickest among all and middle one is the thinnest candle. Dear kids, there is a building and there are two animals, tiger and a giraffe. We have to find out which animal is nearer to the building, giraffe or the tiger. To find the answer, we have to check the distance between the building and these two animals. Kids, as we can see, there is less distance between tiger and the building, which means tiger is nearer, and as we can see, there is a long distance between giraffe and building, means it is farther. In the same way, by observing the given picture, we will find answers of the given questions. First question, find whether the house of the boy is nearer to the shop or the school. Students, just think whether the boy has to walk more to reach shop or the school. It is very clear that the house is nearer to the shop and further from the school. Now, second question. Find whether the boy is nearer to the school bus or the school. You can answer just by looking at the picture. The boy is standing near the school bus and the school is far from him. Dear kids, till now we have compared length, width and distance, but now we will compare weight of two objects to find lighter and heavier. Look at the two pictures in the circle. In the first one, we have compared the weight of the bird and a strawberry, and the bird is heavier than strawberry. That's why the bird is down on the scale. In the second circle, weight of a bird and a bear has been compared. Dear kids, we all know that bear is a big animal as compared to bird. So, the bird is lighter than the bear. Now, find whether your school bag is heavier or your water bottle. You can hold the two in your hands and compare their weights. You will find that your school bag must be heavier and water bottle is lighter in weight. Also, compare the weight of a shirt and a lock. We all are familiar with these objects. Hold them in your hand and feel their weights. You will see that shirt is lighter than lock. Dear kids, now to find lightest and heaviest, we will compare more than two objects. See, there are 3 watermelons. Look at their size and compare. The first watermelon is heaviest as it is the biggest in size, whereas the last one is lightest. In the same way, three containers are there in the next picture. We have to find the heaviest and the lightest container. One is lunch box, second is a bottle, and third one is a bucket full of water. Compare their weights at your home in supervision of your elders and find out the lightest and the heaviest among all. Dear kids, there are different ways of measuring length. We can use parts of our body to measure length. For example, we can measure using hand, arm, foot and fingers. We call these ways non-standard ways of measurement because we all get different measures as size of our body parts are different. Kids, open your hand like this. Now fold your three fingers. Now the distance between the tip of your thumb and the tip of your shortest finger is 1 hand span. Dear kids, try measuring length of your math book and find how many hand span long it is. Students, practice the concept by measuring length of your television, your study table and your mother's sari. Dear kids, look at this beautiful picture. Dadi Ma is checking the length of Chitra's sweater with hand span, and in the right picture she is asking Chitra to measure its length using fingers. See how Dadi Ma and Chitra are measuring length using hand span and fingers. You can also try it with your elders. Now, children, we have to estimate which container holds more liquid. Look at the given pictures carefully. In every picture, you can see two containers of different size are shown. So, obviously, liquid holding capacity of these containers would be different. In the first picture, we have to compare liquid holding capacity of a bucket and a mug. See, bucket is bigger in size as compared to mug, so obviously bucket will hold more water. In second picture, we have to compare a cup and a glass. Cup is so small in size and glass is bigger, so this glass will hold more water. Dear children, try to do third one yourself. Find out whether a cup will hold more water or a water bottle. Now, let us estimate the number of mugs required to fill this bucket. We all have to do this activity at our homes with the help of our elders. We all may get different answers as size of mugs and buckets would be different. So, to do this task, take a bucket and fill it with a mug and count the number of mugs required for filling it. Kids, do not waste water while doing these activities. Students, as we all know that we require water to do certain tasks. Can you list some of such tasks? Yes, very good. We need water for brushing our teeth, for bathing purpose, for watering plants, for cooking, etc. That's why we say that water is very important for our living. Now, we have to find out how much water do we require to do these tasks. We brush our teeth daily, right? Can you tell how much water we need for that? A bucket full of water or a mug? Yes, very good. We need only a mug of water while brushing our teeth. Our second activity is bathing. Do we need a bucket of water to bath or a tank full of water? Yes, you are correct. We don't require a tank full of water for bathing. We bath using bucket. So, we require only a bucket of water for bathing. Now students, let us recapitulate today's class. Today, we have learnt to compare the objects to find longer, shorter, thinner, thicker, nearer, farther and heavier, lighter. We compared length, width, distance and weights to find the correct answer. We have also learnt some non-standard ways of measurement like measuring using hand span, foot span and arm length. Thereafter, we made estimation of liquid holding capacity of containers. And at the end of the session, we measured the amount of water required to do certain activities. Dear kids, I have an assignment for you all. You have to do it yourself. There are 3 arrows. Find the longest and the shortest one. In your second assignment, find the thickest and thinnest cylinder. And in your third assignment, you have to find how much water is required for making laminate, whether a jug is required or a bucket for making laminate. And while watering plants, do we need a mug of water or a bucket full of water? Do the task practically and find out the answers. Dear children, that's all for today's class. I hope you all enjoyed while learning today. Thank you all. Have a great day ahead.